What's up, y'all? It's Trill 3L's $1 trillion, man. So, getting into this recap of Eddy I versus Saynt on the World Domination 7, Day 1, King of the Dot, man. Eddy I, man. Eddy I started off the first round. He started off with his scheme, like he was talking to God, and then he was talking to God about Saynt. That was a very short-lived scheme. It didn't last long, but it was alright. It wasn't too dope, wasn't too crazy, but it had some humor in it. His mic fell off in the very beginning of the round, so it didn't really mess up his momentum. Like someone with less experience probably would have messed up the momentum and messed up the groove. But he got it back, man. But watching him in his first round, I wanted to say about Eddy I, man. It looks like King of the Dot is going to fit Eddy I pretty well, man. I feel like your URL battle rappers definitely have their own style. We're not gonna front and say they don't. King of the Dot rappers have their own style, but I feel like Eddy I has a mixture of both. Like he has a URL style, but it meshes well with the King of the Dot crowd in that stage. It looks well. Um, he had a line where he said, "I keep picking them." I forgot exactly how it went, but he said, "I keep picking them like my favorite student." I thought that was the dopest line of the round. But overall, I like how his round was formatted, man. It was formatted flawlessly. The way he structured it, it was pretty well. His performance, his mannerisms, everything. Now, getting into Saynt's first round. Saynt started off. He had a bar where he said, "F cannabis. I got 30 pages in this magazine." That was dope. What I liked about that was that you starting it off with something relatable. That's something that was monumental in battle rap. Um, good reasons for disaster, but not so good for cannabis. But it was monumental and memorable in battle rap. Starting it off with something that people will relate to. That's automatically going to grab the crowd's attention. After that, he had another round. He had another bar where he said, "Jumping over rounds. I have Eddy I jumping over rounds like a trampoline." And then he said some other bars that tied in with that. But what I liked about Saynt's first round was his wordplay. I like how he took one word and then made like 10 different other bars that weren't corny, and they all meshed well, and it was executed well. And what else about his first round? Oh, in his first round, he switched up the flow, and he definitely outperformed Eddy I. I didn't think he was going to be able to do that. Um, Watching Eddy I's first round, because if Saynt would have performed how he performed versus Times, then Eddy I definitely would have got that first round just off performance alone. Not even the bars, but just off performance alone. But Saynt definitely stepped up his performance. Now getting into the second round. Second round, what what Eddy I had, man. Okay, second round, Eddy I had he started joking about Saynt using name flips, man. If y'all watch my recap, Times versus Saynt, I get on Saynt how like some of his name flips started to get repetitive. It was overused, and he was joking about that. People was clowning him on Twitter, and Saynt was responding like, "If you don't want me to use name flips, why have a name that was so easy?" But what Eddy I did, he was like, by you defending yourself like that, you basically like that person that's playing Street Fighter and they keep using that same move, and you the one saying, "Hey, why would they put that move in the game if they don't want you to use it?" Like everybody always knows that person that don't know how to play video games, but they keep using that same move that works for them, and they just keep using it. Cause I'm one of the person, man. I'm one of those people like I don't play video games like that, but when I play, hey man, if I find a move that work, I'm gonna keep doing. I'm one of those annoying people, man. But that bar was so relatable. Like the crowd went crazy. They reacted to it pretty well. Like that bar was relatable, and it was funny. Cause there's some bars that's relatable, that's not funny. It's just you feel that struggle, whatever. But it's not a struggle bar. It's humor and being able to relate to it. That's what got him that round. Or before getting into Saints round, that's what I was thinking. He's gonna have that round just off of that. Now, getting into Saynt's second round. Saynt had a bar where he was like, fresh kicks, put foam in his mouth like he's seasoned up. Then he said something about harming him, but I have him seasoned up like he game banging. Like I have his arm seasoned up like he game banging. I thought that was dope. He had another line. He was like he's like stabbing him like I put holes in him, holes in him, holes in him like the slut walk. Thought that was dope. Saynt was going in the second round, man. Second round, I'm going to say is debatable. First round, I think Saynt got the first round pretty clear, but second round, I'm gonna say is debatable. I can't give that to either one of them. Now, getting into the third round, what I liked about Eddy I was this was like I think near the end of his round. Near the end of his round, he started talking about how Saynt is a sore loser. Like, and this is what I hate. Like when battle rappers they either like step all the way off the stage or they start talking to the crowd, things like that. I hate seeing that in battles. But he started talking about how Saynt always turns his back to his opponent when his opponent is rapping, and basically he's the bar he had with it was like he turned his back on me. I had the barrel facing him because opposites attract. When he spit it, how he delivered it, I thought it was executed flawlessly. I thought that was dope. And at his very last bar, he said, "I got this K so dip." Like the way he delivered that, like once y'all see this, y'all will know what I'm saying. Like I thought that was a good ending. Also, I think Eddy I he ended his first round pretty well too. But getting into the third round. The third round, Saynt didn't do name flips the whole battle until the third round, and he kind of played off that, saying that I didn't do name flips, but here we go, and he kind of was clowning himself, like y'all thought I was gonna do these type of name flips, and he was mocking himself, but the name flips was low key dope. It was low key fire, man, and he had a bar where he was like, I keep put open his eye in his forehead like TN, like Dragon Ball Z bar, man. Like everybody in that crowd, in any crowd, URL, RBE, King of the Died, like Capital Battlegrounds, like any league, they all can relate to a Dragon Ball Z bar, man. Come on, man, we suckers for those like games, anime, those type of bars. Like those bars are always going to get you and grab your attention, and cause a reaction from the crowd. Now, what I liked about this was he didn't overdo the name flips. Like the name flips that he had executed well. He didn't overdo it because, like I said, he didn't do it in the first two rounds, and in his third round when he did it, he didn't do it the whole round where it was just overbearing. You feel what I'm saying? Third round, I'm gonna give to Saynt because what's the name's third round? Eddy I's third round, I felt like it was a pretty good round, but it wasn't his strongest round. It was definitely his weakest round. You can see that it was lackluster and where he slacked. Some certain things that he could have improved on to finish strong. But 2-1 Saynt. Remember, first round I gave to Saynt. Second round it's debatable. Third round I'm gonna give to Saynt clearly. First round I'm gonna say Saynt edged that. Second round debatable. Clearly, Saynt clearly got the second round. Clearly got the third round. If you watch the battle, if you ordered the pay-per-view or you're there and you're watching this, let me know how you feel about it. I really want to hear what y'all got to say about it. Comment, rate, hit that subscribe button. Trill 3Ls, $1 trillion man, y'all. Peace.